So my name is Dr. Mansour. I really just go by. It's interesting that I found myself within this field of being a physician because I always thought that I wanted to be a healer in different ways. I just thought it was going to be more physical. And then through my training, I found out that this is really where I gravitated the most towards because I felt myself working on myself in this way. And this is how I wanted to work on healing other people and showing them that it's possible that you can get better. For me, it's remembering who you are, not just who you are as a person, but that you're human. And then, kind of, for me, it's always been traveling and why I found myself constantly like, okay, I need to get out. And it's like, why do I have this urge to get out? Okay, I need to recharge. And kind of just going deeper. And the deeper that I went, I realized that as humans, we're from the earth and we're meant to go back to the earth. So when I'm in nature, I remember that I am like nature. And this is where we're supposed to be. Like humans are supposed to be. Like there's a reason why we gravitate towards forests or we gravitate towards the beaches, is because we feel a connection there. And then we remember that there's a connection there and how the earth works. It's not, there's beautiful days like, wow, this is a beautiful sunset. And this is a beautiful sunrise. Just being outside like this is so nice. But then there's days where it's pouring and there's days where there's earthquakes and there's destruction and there's thunderstorms and tsunamis and all these things. And then watching the earth heal itself. It doesn't heal itself overnight. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of work. It takes a community. It takes the people on the earth fixing the earth. It takes the earth fixing itself. So if you can relate that to your own health, you have great days, you have beautiful days, and then you have horrific days, you have traumatic days, and you're not going to get better immediately. You're going to take time. You have to work on yourself. You need your community to help you work on yourself. You need people to guide you. So it's just remembering that we are like the earth. And if the earth can do it, whatever nature can do, we can do. We just need to learn from nature. They've already mastered it. They've already perfected it. People come to me and they want me to tell them all the answers and tell them what to do and how to fix things. How am I going to be able to do it if I don't do it to myself, if I don't work on it on my own? I can't tell you what, I can't be, and it's so hypocritical, like, oh, you should change all these things, but I'm over here like smoking a cigarette or, like yelling at my family or cursing out someone on the freeway or something. Like it takes that to work on yourself. This work in particular, I've been working on myself for a long time. Using different modalities constantly, seeing which ones, everything works. It's just everyone's like cup of tea. But this one in particular helped me get to my core, and it helped me like really lift all those defense mechanisms that I've had. It really helped me understand that, like, okay, what my family did to me, what my parents did to me, what my father did to me, it hurt. And I feel like a lot of times, not that it just, of course it hurt, but like um it wasn't, you always think of it as this is what happened to me and this is why I am the way that I am. It's not my fault, right? How am I gonna work on this thing, because it's not my fault that these things have happened to me. So I'm gonna put the blame on someone else. I'm not gonna carry that responsibility. And I don't want to. Like this is, I want to be mad at you. Right? I want to be mad at my dad for what he's done. This is his fault that I have these issues in my life, as opposed to taking responsibility for that. And I think that this work really helped me separate those experiences from who I am, and it helped me forgive. Because forgiveness is really hard for me. In the truest essence, where like, oh yeah, I forgive you, we can get over it. But I'm still a little bit mad. I still a little bit like kind of hold on to it. Like, like really letting it go. Just let it go. You think of yourself like as a little fishing boat, and you have if you're gonna carry on all these things that's happened to you, you're not gonna really move so freely through it. So if you start like cutting off the things and letting it go, it helps you guide through life just a little bit differently and easier. It doesn't have to be so hard. It doesn't have to be so heavy. So like that's how this work has really helped me let it go. Everyone needs to work on their mental health in different ways. The same way that we all should exercise every day, we all should take care of our bodies, and we understand that longevity is important for our physical bodies. It's the same exact thing for our mental bodies. And it takes time. You're not going to get a six pack in a day. You're not going to grow that booty in a day. So you have to put in the work, and it takes every day to do it. It's the same exact thing with your mental health. It's a muscle. Not really, but like it's a muscle. You have to exercise it every day in order to get to the next step. In order to help yourself heal, it takes time. Just like the earth, it takes time. In order for you to see change, and in order for you to help the people around you, you really have to help yourself. So yeah, daily practice. And it doesn't take that much. It just takes like a check-in. Oh, I reacted to this thing. Why did I react to this thing? We all get angry. Oh, I really hurt the people that I love. Let me like think about that for a second instead of using our coping skills of let me just recluse, let me just forget, let me start working really hard because I did something that hurt someone, but I'm busy. So let me just drown myself in my work and be very avoidant in that time. And then just pausing. Like, okay, I know that I'm doing this thing that I normally do to avoid my emotional turmoil, whether it's work, substances, sex, whatever your drug of choice is. And then sitting on it for 2 seconds and like, okay, what could I have done differently? Let me just say sorry, and just sitting with this person and working with, like, I'm working on myself. I want you to know I'm working on myself. So I'm gonna mess up sometimes. I just want to like I want you to know that I'm doing too.